Steve, do you learn more about your team when a good run like we've had comes to an end this afternoon?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I'd like to apologise to the fans and the board and that. Probably say they won't need to, but that second half performance was never one of my teams. I thought first half we was okay. Apart from the last 2 minutes of injury time where they had a couple of chances. Second half come out, totally different team. You know, we didn't compete, didn't run off the ball, didn't help people on the ball. Very, very frustrated I am. I won't take nothing away from BOGNOR because they got the 2 goals, got the 2-0 win, and fair play to them. But on my part of it, that's definitely not one of my team's second half performances. And if you let one come in, then it's going to carry on going. You know, you let incidents happen in games. It can continue to happen and get a habit. And I'm not going to allow that. And I just told them in that change room there, forget the good run we've been on. That's not acceptable, that second half performance.
What do you put that down to? Any particular reason?
Jim, I haven't got a clue. You know, if I had a magic wand, I'd be able to help people out on the pitch. But there wasn't no intensity to our game. There wasn't no positivity. You say all the words you want. It just wasn't us. And that's the frustrating thing about it, you know, because you come away at BOGNOR and 0-0 at half time. You think you're okay with them only having a couple of shots towards the end of the first half. And second half, like I say, they come out and they seem to want it more. They were first to the balls, 50-50s, they won. I've got some of my players trying to bring balls out in the air rather than going for a header. It just wasn't us in that second half, and I've had to rattle a few cages in there and just tell them it's not for me.
You had to make some changes. Well, you were perhaps forced to make some changes. Can you clear up where Nathan was today exactly?
Nathan's got an Achilles problem from the Sudbury game, and he's been battling through, which we found out. And so he came off Tuesday, and he had treatment on it Thursday. It wasn't right today, so I'm hoping he's back on Tuesday. But it's touch and go at the minute. Parky on the coach this morning phoned me up and said he was unwell. You know, he just wasn't 100%. You know, had a dodgy stomach and stuff like that. And looking to try and get him on for the last 20 minutes, but then obviously Jerome sort of like went a little niggle with that 50-50 he went into. So Hugo had to come on and replace him, so Parker couldn't even get on the pitch. But if he could have got on, he was only ready for 20 minutes or so, which could have made a difference, don't get me wrong. But these changes were forced. It wasn't me tinkering with a side, they were forced upon me. But players got to come in and stand up, and I'm not putting no blame on the players that come in. What I will say is just that whole team, and I class myself as a team, second half performance was unacceptable. And
I know you won't make excuses for the fact that you were forced into selections, because I know you've always said the squad is big enough to deal with situations.
Yeah, of course, Jim. I've got a big enough squad to deal with that this year. When I end up getting down to 11, 12 players, then I might use an excuse. But I still had 4 on the bench today, you know, 4 good players on the bench. So I will never use it as an excuse, because that second half performance doesn't warrant any excuses. You know, it just wasn't good enough. I've got to work hard for Tuesday to make sure it doesn't happen again. The players have basically got to look over their shoulders to see who's going to be playing, because I could change it about as much as I want on Tuesday, and no one's got any arguments to come back at me. I was just very disappointed, you know. We had a good following again today. We've been on a good run. And it's not the case of you lose ground on teams and leagues and that ain't one now. What it is, it's just poor, very poor from us in the second half.
Well, all I can say is thanks for your honesty, Steve, and let's hope for an improvement on Tuesday at Merstham.
I can assure you there will be an improvement, Jim.
That's brilliant.
And the fans, all right?
Thanks for your time.